used to be a man's thing to wear heels. I even saw a picture of a particular shoe. Looked really weird anyway. And it was something from the 17th, was it 17th century? I'm trying to remember now. I think either 16th or 17th century. In like the very old Persia. And they had these heels men would wear, you know, if they're going to ride their horse. So they were called riding at the time. All the way down to when the rock stars were doing their thing on stage. You know? But these days, it's not a thing anymore. But hey, some people are trying to bring it back though. So I don't know. As a man, would you wear heels? What do you think? Just think about it. Just really, really think about it. For a moment. Just imagine. Okay, maybe not those pointed kind of heels, those steel toe kind of shoes. No, it's not called steel toe. Stiletto, right? Yeah. It's not those type. That's not what I mean. There's a way the ones the men wear. It's usually balanced, and so even those cowboy movies, if you watch some of them, you would see the kind of shoes they wore. They had heels, and so those men actually had the way they walked. So yeah, welcome to the show. We're going to be talking about fashion, old fashion trends. All right. And so I came across a particular article on, and that's where they were talking about this whole fashion thingy and the whole bringing back his stuff. And they were talking about those codes before now. And they were just basically talking about men used to wear heels. So how come they stopped? Why did they stop? Right? So if you are a fan of some of those fashion shows, or maybe from time to time you just watch them, you know, just look at what people are wearing, what people are dressing, how people are dressed. You just want to watch. You just want to, you know, keep your eyes busy. You would notice some things. There are things people wear, and you're almost asking yourself, who styled this person? What was going on in their head when they did this? And then if you watched a little bit longer, you could catch up, you know, the interviews, and then they would interview the designers, and then you will hear some of them talk about, oh, this particular idea, this particular outfit this person is putting on, and the way the person is basically dressed is from whatever time, from whichever tradition of whatever time ago, you know, very long time ago. They're always referring to something from way back when, whatever century, 17th century, 18th century. You're just hearing about maybe even 16th century. You know, some of them might even tell you that, oh, they looked at their grandmother's old family photos and it gave them an idea. And so they all, you know, they just try something. And so some of the things you might call something new might also be something very old. Yeah, the picture I saw, it was actually a 15th century Persian riding shoes. Yeah, that's what I saw. 15th century. Interesting stuff, right? Okay, so back to what I said we were going to be discussing right now. I would like to know from you, though, which fashion trends, which old fashion trends do you wish to come back? Would you like to have again? And which one do you wish never even existed before? Like, God, thank God that this thing is even gone. Like, whose idea was it to even dress people like this? Whose idea was it for even anybody? You know, there are some. There was a particular time in Nigeria, carrying for women though, you know, having their natural hair was like a thing. Like nobody was bothered about wigs, about any extra stuff added to the hair. And even if you're going to add anything, it's usually the what we usually would attach is what we now today call attachment, right? So that's what you use. And it's usually for braiding. The whole wig thing was not a thing. Once upon a time, it was the threading. That was the style. That was the thing. And these things helped the hair. There are people who wouldn't apply any chemical mixture, whatever it is called, relaxer, not on their hair. They would rather do threads. They would rather have the hair threaded. And that way, they're sure it's going to be stretched. And they're good to go. I remember a friend of mine, a former colleague, she's late now. She had this really beautiful hair. I remember one day I just had to ask her, like I just couldn't help. I just had to ask, how come your hair is this long, full, and looking so healthy? What are you doing? Please, you must tell me. And she said, nothing, no. I just braid my natural hair like that. That's it. And after a while, I can just leave it. No braiding, just let it be. And that was it for her. Just do the normal cornrow. That's what it's called these days. Yeah, that's it. Once upon a time, it was a thing. It was like the fashion. People had different styles to actually make that hair. But these days, it's not so much of a thing. Well, fashion is always changing. Always changing. And over the years, over centuries, it's always been this a reflection of power, a reflection of status, also a reflection of culture. Once upon a time, in this country, people tied wrapper like a normal dressing every day. We're going to commercial break and we'll be right back.
Have you been beaten, battered, shattered, or brutalized by the challenge?
Back 226, and yes, we are talking about fashion, old fashion trends. All right, you know, those trends that once ruled the world, were like a big deal, perhaps in our society or generally in the world at large, but right now they're not really there. And so I even, had to see a picture of a couple of heels, the kind of shoes that men wore in the 15th, 17th century, 16th century. Men actually did wear heels. So once upon a time, it was a thing for them. It was a symbol of power. It was not just about the fashion. But then, from that time till now, there's been some kind of change. Things actually do evolve. Fashion is one of those that actually evolves. So fashion has evolved over the years, over centuries, actually. So what used to be trendy is now outdated. It's no longer seen as a thing. But some trends have even made a comeback. I remember some time within the COVID-19 era, there was the trend of ladies going with their natural hair, in Nigeria especially. And it became a thing. Fashion. Old fashion trends. So what old fashion do you ask them? Perhaps it's something that maybe your grandma told you about or your grandfather told you about. And then you keep looking around and you're like, I wish we could have this thing again. Oh, I wish this could be the trend again. Or was it the days when women only went about in gowns, wearing really big gowns? I'm sure some people, that's what they want to bring back. Yes, so I beg, women, you push your gown, wear a gown. All those big gowns that you'll be dragging yourself, dragging everything. You push your wear it again because it be things. Oh, my goodness me. I mean, even in our country here, Nigeria, in some parts of the country where they wore the agbada as a normal attire, like for every day, it's no longer an everyday wear. We don't like the fact that people now sew that particular shorts. Person said, what kind of thing is that? Why should it be short sleeves? It should be long sleeves. That's the way it was meant to be. All right? So I want to know the old fashion trends that you miss. Perhaps you would want it to come back. You would want that to be a thing again in our society. It could be something from your village. It could be something from the national. It could be a national kind of symbol. Something Nigerians were known for, a kind of attire. We're talking fashion, oh. Fashion, oh. Don't leave fashion and start talking about something else. We're discussing fashion. Thank you. All right? And then, of course, what was stylish back then in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, even in the 90s, it's no longer early 2000s. Some of them are no longer stylish these days. But then it's amazing that some people have tried to retouch, that fella kind of wear, those tight trousers, and then down there they used to call it bongo. Young men are beginning to wear it these days, but this time around theirs is not as tight as the one fella wore used to be. These days it's just really, really free. It fits some people, it doesn't fit everybody now. It doesn't fit well. Some big fashion trend that you miss. Which one do you wish never even came into existence? So which old fashion trend do you miss? And which do you wish never came into existence? 7923007. Messages on WhatsApp, so you can as well send yours to 081 0809 030 6416. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, the one you got power from Akabeche.
All right, go on.
Yes, during our days, what was trending was the one we call Takadeli, or you call it 3 or 2 layers. It was fantastic that time. You have to learn how to move it. If not, you have to fall. It was a competition. If you don't wear that type of 2 layers, or 3 layers was the highest. If you are going with 2, they will 2 layers. The people of high when you come out, ladies will be admiring you with the movement and the bongo, that, because all fashions we are doing is attract babies, that's what we do. And they'll be happy. They'll be eyeing you just one eye. You look at them and you're moving. So maybe you don't move fast because you have to fall. So that's what we are doing those days. And then I wouldn't like it to come back. It was not very fine. It was not. It was what was trending that time. Let it not come at all. Not fantastic.
Okay.
Now, people are very much hungry. They will fall on the way and don't like it. That's one I say you don't come. But I want to go forward. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much. I'm just imagining men all over the place doing it because of some shoe. Because we're trying to impress. My friend, shift for a while. Guy. They're from Nkoro. Welcome, please.
I greet you especially.
I greet you too.
When I did smoke, I just want to see trouser with the big pussy, the big pussy thing. dining. They come talking. Look at this radio. This radio is big soda. During Christmas festive period. With the pants. Those guys with the rice. The village guys now with the look is a city boy don't come. With what kind of scandal I don't know. Because those things don't come back again. And which I like more this month. And this J5 pants. When your mama buy them for you, to get access to yourself. If you got anybody with that J5 pants, work out the community so far. Thank you very much. God bless you.
In the name of fashion. But women also suffered. Oh my goodness. Except for those who actually oh God, go wear wedding gown. That's when you will know. That's when you will know. I was like, wait, like this gown now is actually something people used to wear every day. Like, hey, take a bath. They won't dress this guy. And someone will wear it. And they're working for what? Oyibo, inside the Oyibo's field. Hey! Oluwa did like on that special. Of not even everybody. A lot of ladies don't even opt for that big wedding gown. They don't even want it. Because I beg, nobody should stress my life. People used to wear that as their normal wear. Suffer is not good. In the name of fashion. Suffer is not good. But I want to hear from you though. Tell me, which old fashion trend do you miss? And which one do you wish do you wish did not even exist? And you also don't want it to come back? Because of course, over the years we've seen a lot of fashions or fashion trends, a lot of styles make a comeback. People go and just bring it back, and it's usually the celebrities. Yeah, once they have it on the screens, they go for their movie premieres and all those awards shows, and then they dress up in those styles. Before you know it, it becomes a thing. It just becomes a thing. Like it was actually some of those Nollywood actresses that were really championing the virgin hair thingy. And it was a thing. And before you knew it, even people that we don't have comb their hair well, that don't have people who said, oh, Jesus. Can they at least go and look at the people that brought back this whole carry your natural hair thing and see the way their own is looking?
You know, to buy what we call that high heel shoes. It was we call it Beetle shoes. Beetle shoes. Yes, very trendy with high heels. There, when you put it on, I mean, you are at the top of the occasion. Everybody would be looking at you. So we managed to purchase it. So we called it a few years. It was very good.
What was it? So he said the shoes were. So he said the shoes were not heavy at all. It was easy to actually move around in those shoes. But my first two colors, they were not having it. They're like, I beg, let's not go back. Two colors, they were not having it. They're like, I beg, let's not go back. I mean, even one of my colleagues here, I've seen him wear heels before. Well, the guys wear heels. In fact, even some of their of this new shoe, Crocs. Yeah, they have those that actually are quite high. And men do wear those ones. It's not just for females. You know, some people think that once shoes has got heels, it's automatically for women, but it's not. Men also do wear heels. So you could see some shoes, and the shoes have heels, and it's actually for males, not for females. But as a man, would you like to wear heels? Corsets, or whatever they call those things that people confuse with items of clothing, but their true purpose is to ensure that Jesus. I mean, when people are typing, try. I know that the person that will read this message might laugh. I'm not drinking water. Please help my life. I don't want to choke on air. What's all this? What kind of message is this? So I'm gonna read it again. Let me just try and not be laughing. So let me read. So, here goes. There are ladies who actually do wear those corsets, and they wear them on top of the clothes. They even have the ones that you now wear on top of your shirt. Like after you've worn your shirt, you can wear it on top. What's the plan? So I've now entered where I'm supposed to eat. What's the plan? Because the way that thing is actually built, like, oh Jesus, it locks up, like it ties you up. It's like you're in a cage. So when you see those ladies, and maybe they're not wearing the corsets that that are worn over another clothes, and you see them sitting in a very prim and proper manner at an event, and they're really not eating, they're just doing takeaway and keeping hand, like they cannot slap somebody. My dear, it's corset though. Hey, you don't even know what the person is going through if they tell you what is happening. Jesus. Please, I agree with you. I tried wearing I tried wearing that thing for a while. Nah, it wasn't working. Not for me. In fact, they even told me, Constance, what are you wearing this thing for? People that have body have not finished wearing this. You that wants to wear. I said, thank God though, I'm not doing. God's power from Eche, welcome.
Quick one. There was a question he asked.
Yeah.
Would we like
Yes.
the psychedelic or that's the layers come back again?
Mm-hmm.
The mentally, no. I said no. Those times people are eating very fine. Things are moving very fine. We're not thinking about. But this time there are a lot of threats.
Yeah.
On the land. That's my name. I'll call back.
Okay.
For your program.
Okay.
Doing a lot of laughing and laughing. Why are you laughing too much?
The people are not helping me. That's why I'm laughing.
I love it to gone. No, I like
I actually have some pictures, right? And I'm just remembering what men used to dress. Where that's that. It's tights are now big down there. The bongo trousers. And they wear heely shoes on top. And I'll be feeling like one thing. I'm just imagining seeing men dressed like that these days. Like, where are you going to? It has to be on a very special occasion that you would do that, because why will you look like that on a normal day? No, seriously. In this age and time, you want to carry plenty hair on your head. Young men who carry hair these days, they actually braid the hair because and what they're tripping for. They see those young men looking weird. And they call them sexy. Now wow. The kind of things that people were admiring. Constance, I want Cowboys Sancho's shoes to come back. I rocked it in the late 90s. Clinton, Mr. Fresh. Clinton. Okay. Oh. Good to know my lady. I will never wear heels. Calm down. And he's here screaming. I hate heels so much. I don't even like my girl wearing heels. Yeah, I like them simple. Flat wears enhances easy movement. A true Nigerian speaking there. You say for the old fashioned I don't want to ever see again is baggy trousers our fathers used to wear. I hate when a man is wearing big trousers that can accommodate 5 people. For it now, it is what it is. And on a lighter note, they should be paying you double what they're supposed to pay. Dave, thank you very much for your message, though. Oh my God. But those big trousers are already coming back. It's becoming a thing. It's becoming a thing. They're now wearing big trousers. It does not look fine in my eye. That one that they will say is the Malians that dress that way. You wear big trousers, wear big shirts, like big t-shirts. It's big. Everything is... And usually it's not big looking guys that are wearing. It's like tiny guys. Okay, so those big things. I'm like, wait, why are you looking like a man person? Big top, big trousers, big shoes. Yeah. God help you in this heat. Okay. Hello, Divine from Woji. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome, sir. Yeah.
2022. After my dad passed on,
okay,
I went to visit my brother after the burial, and I saw him rushing to go out.
Okay.
I just drove him. I kept saying, wait, you will give me like 3 hours. I'm coming out later. So I saw him wearing one long trouser with pencil trouser. The under was very big. He has doing those things from under his box, I guess. And then he wore big wig. I was looking at him with one tiny shirt on his body, with his hand very wide. And then I started laughing. I said, what is this? You are 76. What are you wearing?
Wow.
He said they are doing Old Student Association.
Okay.
So he's going for that association.
Interesting.
So I just imagine how they will look in that gathering. I was almost tempted to follow him there, but
Okay.
I was imagining it. That everybody will dress like my brother I saw. Oh my word, oh my word. That should be in the 60s or early 70s. That was before we ever born. What is interesting, taking us back to what it used to be, let's just have a picture of it. Some of us didn't see it. We didn't really have opportunity to dress that way. I also believe maybe in the next 30 or 40 years from now, the children of today will look at how we look like. I said, wow. So our daddy used to dress this way.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Good afternoon, Constance. The fashion I would like to go is this crop top. It irritates me a lot. I love the Akola fashion of year back. What's Akola? Is it Akbola? I'm sure you mean Akbola. Rosie from Rumagolo, that's a lady, is Akbola. Rosie, why do you like Akbola? Akbola, is it not the some people actually call it wedge. You know, those very high kind of shoes that ladies wear. That's the heel is like a wedge. You know, the wedge they used to hold cars. Do they still have those things these days? Yeah, that's Akbola. I remember years ago when my sister fell down. She fell into a gutter. She was trying to cross a gutter, and she fell. That was when my sister fixes. Who would come to the house to set her bones. My sister would scream and shout and cry, and that was the end of Akbola for my sister. Yeah, because for her, if she wasn't wearing Akbola, the kind of injury she sustained that day, she wouldn't have sustained it. And in fact, she wouldn't have missed her step. It was Akbola that did not allow her to land well when she tried to cross that gutter. So somebody like my sister will tell you, no way, no Akbola, ever again. But then it's in the markets though. People still wear Akbola. Hi, Constance. I generally miss the decent fashion trends in the olden days. You could never see a lady's cleavage or thighs. Now everything is out there. I don't know who thought of those big gowns, like big baskets. Mrs. O&I from Port Harcourt, I beg you see those gowns? Oh God, those gowns should never, ever be a thing again. Even for those who do their weddings, for those who are planning on, their weddings and they're thinking of what to wear, a lot of ladies don't even go for those gowns anymore. Those gowns are heavy.